going on? It's Ken Jackson. Welcome back to the fourth dimension where you get the good, the bad, the unnecessary. Today, we're going to be reviewing this RyobiOne Plus Edger Kit. Now, before we get started, you know the roll call rules, man. Hey, if you're doing all right, you can let me know. You got some good news to share. You just want to tell somebody, hit me up in the comments, email, whatever you want to do. You got some bad news, you feeling really down, nobody's listening to you, you don't want anything to happen to you, don't want you to do anything out of the ordinary. Hit me up. I'll listen to you, man. Stay positive during these tough times. Keep your spirits up, man. Hope you guys are doing all right. Let's hop into this review. RyobiOne Plus 18 volt. Here's your part number. P2300. I had this delivered and I already opened it to make sure everything was working before I do the video, of course. And this one was like 130, 140. About 150 after tax, to be honest with you. And the one without the battery and charger is 119, so it went up to like 130 after tax. So it's like, why not get this one, you know? Comes with a 2 ampere hour battery and the charger, and as I stated in the other videos, stock up on stuff, you know? Anytime you see sales, whether it be clearance or store-wide sales or anything like that, and things come with the battery, Ryobi, Milwaukee, Makita, whoever, stock up on batteries, man. This 2 amp is not gonna last that long. You will have to recharge it, or if you got some more batteries, they will always come in handy. So 18 volt Edger kit, lightweight design, 4-position depth, front and rear wheel, 9-inch blade. Blade comes pre-attached to it, and you just get the box with the battery and the charger. And then in the box, these will come separated. You have to line this up, and then you just twist it to lock it. This is the tighten and loosen, so you can adjust the handle up and down. Battery goes up top, and here's your triggers. This is to adjust the blade or the wheel, whatever you want to call it. Well, not the blade itself, but like lowering the wheels at the bottom. That's what it's for. Lower it and raise it just in case the grass is too high, grass is too low, you know, things like that. I believe that's the part number for another blade. And that's pretty much it. I can pick this up with one hand, move it around with one hand and cut like that. But obviously you want to use your other hand to angle it. I have a 4 amp on here, so it will be much stronger. And it really does do some cutting. If you don't know how to maneuver these or raise and lower it, you just push it out and then move it to the next one and let go. Push it out, move it down, let go. Like that. So you can have it on 4 just to be safe, and then angle it downwards to cut. You got the wheels rolling. As you can see, the grass needs some work. Grass needs work. But since I'm right-handed, I will record my left hand and try to do this. We're going to start by angling it down. Try not to cause any sparks and cut everything. And this is not a what do you call it? What do you call those triggers? I guess a tap sensitive trigger, where if you slightly hold it, the slower it'll go. Nah, once it's on and gone. You can't slightly tap down on it and the blade will be slow. When you slightly tap down on it, it's going to be full power. That's about as slow as it can go. But let it stop spinning. This is very hard to do with one hand. So I'm going to put this down. Let me cut a little bit of it. Let me start over here. Just do that little bitty area, and then yeah. Okay, so it's lightweight enough, to be honest with you, to do this with one hand. Obviously the bigger the battery, the harder it will be. So I did this side. I know it's not perfect, all right? It's not perfect, okay? I'm not perfect, but it did good. It cut right through it. It didn't struggle or anything. And basically I just lined it up, kept a straight line, cut right through it. I think it's on 2 right now. The 2 is good enough for this yard. I want to put it on 4 just to see. So that's that side. That's this side. And that is a pretty deep cut. So we're going to raise it up. We're going to continue to cut. Let the grass go back on that side, you know. So it's doing its job. That one little area better still be at 4 bars. I'm gonna do the rest of the yard, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like afterwards. So I just finished everything. Well, I still have to mow the lawn, but I just wanted to show how deep it gets. I said it was set to 2 earlier, but it was actually set to 3, and I set it to 4, and it was still getting pretty deep. Sort of a difficult time keeping it squared away because it's not even. It's not an even sidewalk, and as you can see, some of the grass is not as lively as the rest of it. So cut pretty deep. It did a good job. It's still on that same battery. So I went all the way down there towards the mailbox and did this side. I actually forgot to do this side, but this side is like, look at it. It's like, why even do it, you know? But it did a really good job. And show you how much charge the battery has. I said this is a 4 amp regular battery. It's not the performance one. So it's at 1 bar. It's about to be dead, pretty much. So it's blinking saying, put me on charge. So that 2 amp, you can imagine I did all that and going back and forth, making sure it's cutting right, and sometimes getting too deep and having to turn it off, turn it back on. Granted, all you gotta do is press the button to turn it back on. So if I was just to do a clean shot like next time, because it looks like the grass honestly looks like it hasn't been edged in a while. So a lot of stuff was sticking out towards the sidewalk or in the sidewalk. So I had to go back a few times. So just imagine like doing it next time and you'll be left with 2 bars if you have a 4 amp battery. It won't use as much battery, you know, because the hard part has already been done, which is getting it down the first time since it hasn't been done in a while, and so forth and so on. Anyway, it did what it was supposed to do. Did a really good job. You can see I was hitting the edge of the sidewalk with the blade. The blade isn't even hot. It's that part up there that's hot because it was sitting in the sun. But it did a really good job. I recommend it. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.